time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up off the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Hey, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazira Menin. Y'all already know one perfect balance. Welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we're not correct, feel free to correct us. It is Friday, the, 16th of May. Already. Can't make this up, man. We are already in the month of May, half of May gone. June is the middle of the year. This year is almost a done deal. We're living in the quickening these times, man. And so many things are happening quick. So we got to pay attention, make sure our focus is in the right direction. Let me get some eyes in the sky. Let me get some eyes in the sky. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so we got some stuff to discuss tonight. I saw your message. I see you. We got some stuff to discuss tonight, man. Welcome to the by-election. Oh, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. I don't even know how else to say this. We're going to touch on some stuff. And $300 up for grabs and a hidden new tax, if y'all paying attention. Also, we're going to take a look at Guyana again. We're going back down to Georgetown with a little twist. I was telling y'all, this situation with this young lady is becoming more and more complex. So it's almost like organized chaos for reasons that we're about to find out. I'm going to play a video later on, put things in perspective. And Barbados better pay attention. Barbadians, y'all better pay attention, man. Better pay attention. So go tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically Incorrect is up and running. Y'all already know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me share this real quick here. Hang on. Click on. Wait. There you go. Yeah. Turn the volume down. There you go. I found it. I got it. Eyes in the sky. Yeah, there you go. We up and running. Yes. So I hope and trust everyone had a wonderful week, a joyful week, making it strong. We got some stuff to discuss tonight. We're gonna talk about it. So in the meantime, oh wait, I thought I had that. Let me put that on vibrate. Otherwise, this is gonna keep going off. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I see you. I'm going with a blue theme tonight. I know that's not necessarily in solidarity with any party, but it's it might appear so. We're going to discuss Miss Du John briefly. And also I got somebody else to answer a question about this election if y'all paying attention. So take your time, tell a friend to tell a friend. And come on in. Tonight, remember, it's a call-in program. It's your time. The number's on the screen. Remember to tune into Politically Incorrect every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Really, Emmanuel? Really? Yeah, I could hear some of y'all saying that. But yeah, usually it was supposed to be 8. Timing and circumstances. Yeah, 9:30 is a bit more convenient in terms of me getting in and setting stuff up in time. And that's usually because now I'm doing a lot of work physically on the ground with different families and other things are going on, which you're going to soon see. Soon and very soon, you'll soon see. But in the meantime, remember to tune in and tell a friend to tell a friend. All now you should be liking and sharing. You ain't gonna like it, but definitely go and tell a friend, yo, got something for you to watch. Y'all don't want to miss it. I got a few videos we're gonna put up, some stuff to discuss. And Y'all already know there's also somebody else that's missing in Barbados. I'm gonna put up that image again, try to see if we can bring some positive energy to the family of the young lady. She left since last week, I think it was, and still nothing. Still nothing. So we need to pay attention to these little things, like I said. Just these little things, man. Little things make a difference, a big difference. So for those who celebrate today as a sacred day, we want to say to y'all, Shabbat Shalom, for sure. Assalamu alaikum to the Islamic community. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Islam, y'all already know. Ashe Hotep to the conscious community. Kidamari, the brethren and the sistren. You know, I namaste to the brothers out in the east. Can't forget the brothers and sisters out in the east. And to everybody else, it is love and light, pure love and pure light. Now, for me, at this juncture, like I said, I'm gonna leave the lines open. It's your night. Tell me your thoughts. But by election time, man, by election, did y'all go and collect that $300? I met people all day telling me about this money, man, and everybody said they're gonna use it to go pay a bill. Almost everyone I heard from today said they're going to pay a bill. They're going to pay a bill. They're going to pay a bill. Over $40 million out already, about $20 million left. We kind of calculate it around that, which is interesting because if they sent out that much already, would that almost cover? They claim 155. You know, this math ain't gonna work out, you know. I'm telling you, this math ain't gonna work out. I don't know, boy. Somebody gonna be lying on, man. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. I gonna wait and see though. The Nation newspaper. I don't know. I don't know. King Alfred, we see you. Greetings to you too, and everyone tuning in. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Rhonda, we see you too. Good night to you and the whole of Guyana. I got a video about Guyana, Rhonda. You know, I heard they had some activity out there in the West Bank, the new West Bank, Caribbean West Bank. That's what's going on, and so we're gonna look at that as well. This thing began to look more and more like a CIA operation here. I hope Guyanese paying attention, man. I really hope so, man. Yes, brethren. Greetings, family. Greetings to everyone. Problems with Digicel internet. Yeah, I was having some issues too, actually, but I hopefully got it resolved. So if this glitching a bit, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But like I said, before we get into that, let me go ahead and share this. Let me see, where is it? Right here. This is it. Yes, this is it right here. I'm gonna put this on the screen where y'all can see it in living color. This young lady right here. This one. Yes. Yes, this is it. Mhm. Is this it? Yes. All right, let me put the picture up here in case y'all haven't seen this. Greetings to you too, brethren, for sure. So this is another young lady that's missing in Barbados. Janique, I think Amanda Anderson, if that's how you pronounce her name. And I think they said she is approximately 13 years old. She left Graham Hall Park, Christchurch, last Wednesday, May the 7th. She was last seen by her father at 7 a.m. going to school. She is about 4.5 feet, 4.5 feet tall, dark complexion, shortly built, and about 208 pounds. So I suppose she's chubby. I mean, at 4.5 feet, at 13 years old and 208 pounds, she might go a little size to her. So It says she has a wrong fat brown. Sorry, she has a fat wrong face, brown eyes. I was wearing black colored glasses. Her ears are pierced, but she wasn't wearing earrings when her father saw her last. Her clothing is unknown. So if you see this young lady, like I said, she's 13 years old. I don't know what the status of this particular missing one. I don't know if they found her since, and what's going on. But yeah, that's where we at. That's where we at. So let's see if we can make a difference in this family situation. For sure. See if we make a difference. Nevertheless, let me see here. So many young people go missing. Sometimes you get an update. Sometimes you get somebody give you a little update as to what's going on. But if this is a situation that's been resolved, so be it. If not, folks, be on the lookout for another young lady missing in Barbados. I don't know what's going on about Barbados, man, but children going missing left, right, and center. So just be wise in these times, family. Just be wise in these times. There seems to be, I don't want to call it a trend or a growing trend, but the situation is critical. So we're going to discuss briefly this by-election. I want to get into it. I want to go to Guyana as well. We're going to touch on a situation down there that I noticed happening and see what's going on. Mr. Chad Blackman and Miss Dujon. Plus, there's something else I want to bring to your attention. Do I have that page? I will go look back to the nation. Yeah, I do have it. I do have it right here. I do have it. So let me get to this thing right here and go from there. Nation news. I wonder if I could. Let me see if I could pull this video out real quick. Can I get it? Instead, as you all already know, there was a situation with an elder as well. Somebody sent me that information this afternoon. Man, close to 133,000 get one-off solidarity allowance so far. That's the number they're saying, 133. 133,000 people was, the funds went up almost, they say. So I ain't really, they rounded out, I suppose. So I don't know how close, how far off they at. This thing make you wonder, right? It make you wonder. Mm-hmm. All right, try one more thing and see what happens. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is what we're gonna do, family. This is what we're gonna do. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen as it is, man. That one ain't going. And put this on the screen just as it is, man. Just as it is. Share this one. Share this one. By elections. By elections. By elections. The more you think about it, the more you can't believe it. So, Mr. Chad Blackman recently took to the media and accused the other side of shaming, you know. I am almost, I didn't even know what to say really, and I don't want to say the right thing. I don't want to say the right thing. I actually want to say the wrong thing. I want to say the wrong thing. So I can use this one instead for a reason. I'm gonna use this particular image here for a reason. And I'm gonna read this particular press release. Let me see how I can do this now. If I go back here. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it this way. Yeah, let me do it this way. Right. Then do it this way. Right. Okay, got it now. Yeah, I couldn't really believe it, man. Like I honestly couldn't believe it. So I had to tell myself, man, this ain't real. This ain't real. Let me go ahead and share the right screen. Like I said, I didn't want to say the right thing. I want to say the wrong thing. So this is what you're gonna do. They're gonna share this one instead. This is the one I want to share. This is definitely the one I want to share. Let me put that one right there, big and bold. Big and bold. Ironically, that those sentiments are mine. But let me add this right here real quick. So it has been brought to my attention that this was in the media sometime recently. To be honest, today really, that Maurice party candidate in St. James North by election, Chad Blackman says he's not ducking from any barbs fired at him, I guess, by political rival. I suppose they made a statement regarding the quote unquote big man, and the thing is this though, this really got me. This really got me, and don't get me wrong. And I just want to, I talking to Chad in this situation. This is a man to man thing. This is like when Mr. Thorne came out and I thought it was good that he crossed the floor and he speaking that he wanted to help Barbados and he had all this good thing to say. I said, well, I got some questions for Mr. Thorne, and a lot of people jump on me talking about I working for me, I want a red shirt, and which is strange because I don't understand what level of understanding I should say people have that they would think because I have some questions for the man that I don't support or support a party. I just got some questions to say for the people. Well, I got a question or two to answer. And I see him occasionally in passing. We have candid conversations in passing. I don't know, like I said, I agree with everything he might have said in different interviews I saw. But for the most part, I suppose I still have some questions. But this situation now got me. So I want to ask y'all some questions. I got some questions for Chad while we at it. As a man, as a big man. Now, Ms. Dujon, I have some questions for her too, when she made some statements regarding her position as a feminist and a supporter of, gender justice and gender equality. I don't understand what that meant. I asked some questions and some individuals took that and ran with it, making accusations like, I don't even know I still can't figure out what it was thinking. I don't know if a check was passed or what, because it didn't make any sense to me. If you watch the interview, the questions I posed were pretty straightforward. You would have to be you have to have a political agenda to misunderstand that. And I just being straight. That's the reality. So let me continue to be straight and ask this question. Chad, the sister right here to his right going a shirt, go big or go home. And in the word big, there's an image of a man in the middle. So I'm not sure when they say go big or go home, if that's in reference to his size or not. I don't know. I don't know if it's what else it's in reference to when they say go big or go home. So I ain't really sure what they meant. They never defined what the big was. I mean, they actually got shirts with this whole thing and whatnot. But here's the thing, though. I want to read what he said in the article when he was asked about it. He's not ducking any barbs fired at him by political rivals. And he said, they call me the big man, but let me tell you something. I am big, bold, beautiful. All these things, BLP, big man, Bajans, you understand. He said Wednesday night at a platform mounted. This is in Corbin's Road, Ashton Hall, St. Peter. He's, he was saying these things. Now, even the other newspaper, the Barbados Today, had an article on it as well, with regards to the term that he was referencing to, big man. My thing is this though. Chad, you's a big man. I don't understand this. I don't understand what kind of denial. You telling people on a political platform that you want them to vote for you because you're so competent, so strong, and so bold. And you want them to come out and vote for you, Meanwhile, you caught up in all your feelings about, I can tell you something, man. Even if they said something about you and your size, right? As a man in the position of you're in, where everybody come on before you and speak all these accolades, all these great things that you have done all over the world and work for this who and that who and whatever. And you come now to fill the steps of your grandfather, according to you, or great-grandfather, whichever one, the legacy, and follow in the shadows of Mr. Hinkson. You come on a platform and interrupt your delivery to respond to some rhetoric that claim that folks are making reference to your size, when your whole campaign is a reference to your size. And here's the best part. If you insecure about your size, don't say that nobody shaming you because or making fun of your size. Chad, if you feel a way about it, you and yourself, I am sure you yourself don't like your size, brother. But I'm almost sure you said that you looking to lose weight and go on this journey of better health after being in discipline for so long. Let yourself get way for so long. All of a sudden now you had an epiphany, which is good, by the way. I support you, I endorse it. Me, I don't, I take care, but I do my thing how I do my thing. My point though is that how you going really come on a platform? You saw like a primary school, you saw like a child in primary school, that privilege as somebody then you playing cricket with the fellas, you get out at the stump or get catch first, hop or whatever, and now you talk about you want your bat and your ball because you ain't home. You sound like a spoiled brat, brother. Really, you sound like a spoiled brat. I ain't even say I was rooting for you because I went down the same area St. James. Now, if I was down there, I usually am down there, by the way. I don't vote, so don't look for it. But my point is, I spoke to some folks as well. And somebody said to me, man, you remind them of Shrek. And I said, that's not right. That's a bad thing to say. I mean, the man look like Shrek. I tell them, look, man, that's insulting. He really shouldn't insult the young man because I suspect that he's serious about his health. He think right now, if he wasn't sure before and the boy never told him, he's more conscious of it now. Give the man a break. Let him go ahead and get his his workout on, get a trainer, eat better, healthy, and promote healthier living for the Barbadian. And that's a good example. And I agree. But to come out, man, and talk about people trying to shame you and this kind of thing, man. Talk about they body shaming. I mean, the term body shaming. Chad, you are shaming you. You want to shame your body. That's why you're looking to change it. You don't like it. You don't like the way it is, so you want to bring a difference. Don't tell me you're proud of how it is, but you can change. Because the body, the conjunction that dismiss what you previously said. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just tell myself, I don't know who advising you, man. You should have never touched that. Even if they did say it and making fun of you, well, laugh. You can't laugh at you. You can't laugh and say, well, guess what? You're going to be able to call me so in a few. When I win the elections and get my weight together and I go in the gym, I look trim and fit and muscular. Who get the last laugh, Chad? Big man. You making sport, man. That even made the fact that even made the news is embarrassing. The fact that the Nation newspaper published that is embarrassing. Shaming. You making sport, man. I can't believe you spend time to even discuss that. This is where now you starting to leak Chad, it's starting to leak, young and straight up, man. I don't get it, but anyhow, let me see what's going on here. Chat. Wait, Maria, greetings to you, family. I ain't see it in the cut. In the cut, man. In the cut. I see you. Greetings to the elder Bishai. Big works, man. I heard what you did today too, man. I heard what you did. I heard about you. Congratulations on the works you're doing. Happy to hear that as well. Love the word and the title, by election using the INS money indirectly. So won't look like misappropriation of funds. Well, I can tell you, Science Sean, it is really a by-election. It is really a by-election because according to the statistics, big man right here and his party, big man, the big man. You believe that for truth, though? I gotta say that again. I surely gotta say it again, man. I didn't mean to really dwell on this, right? The shirts say go big or go home, and there's a picture of the man in the middle. Remember when he first came out, I told you all to pay attention to this shirt? It carrying a message. Remember when I first, only saw one person at first. I guess they was only doing the test run call. Too many people had it on that day. But no, everybody go on a big man shirt. My thing is, what is shirt referencing big? When they say big and they got the word big, and the man the I is a individual, is that a reference to him? And if so, why you all up in arms about it, Chad? You's a big man, act like a man, you acting like like a little girl. I shouldn't even say that. That's probably not the right thing to say, right? You ain't moving right, big man. You ain't moving right. In fact, you're leaking. And anybody ain't gonna tell you that you're leaking. I can tell you're leaking.
Somebody advising you wrong.
I'm telling you, you're leaking, Chad. You're leaking. Ronald Jones, tell him.
They can't be your friends and your allies when they're advising you wrong.
Too many emotions, Chad. I ain't sure. You might want to get some more man around you. You might be surrounded by too many women. Because I don't understand how you go in there and pick a fight with Miss Dujon about the word big man. You're supposed to tell her, yeah, he's a big man, girlfriend. And I can do big things for the people in my big parish, my big constituency. You're supposed to use that to your advantage, man. You not buckle under it and start whining like a little whiner. I don't know. Somebody get him on some cheese or some, to go with that wine. Big man. Yeah, he said it. It's crazy, man. That actually made, but the reason I even say that though, because it made the news. Greetings to you too, family. Much greetings. I hope when I get this video, and you know who I mean, in direct, straight, making sport. Just don't do a video about you, Just know, man. Keep playing. Keep playing, man. Keep playing. Shots fired, man. I going big is not good for. Sean said going big is not good for the heart. Well, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I overs what you saying, man. You being funny, right? That's bear shade right there. Greetings, Pedro. Greetings to you too. Yes, well, the reason why I say welcome to the by-elections is because at this point in time, it's been really cleared up. And to be quite frank, to my knowledge, at this point, they said it's approximately. Let me see if I could get this thing zoom in. I gotta see if I could use a zoom on this thing here and see what can happen. Let me see if I could zoom in on this because I want to show this part, but in two different ways. So let me see if I could. There you go. Yeah, I can. Yeah, there you go. According, let me share this one real quick. Let me switch screens. According to the latest report in the media, all for the Nation News, almost 40 million have been paid out. So that's about 100. They say, in fact, let me quote them so I don't think here. They said close to 40 million has already been dispersed by government in its one-off tax-free solidarity allowance. One-off tax-free. It's funny how the government can give you an income tax and not tax you for this income as an act of solidarity. I don't know. They never define what solidarity it is. Solidarity to the party. solidarity to the nation of Barbados, solidarity to the country of Barbados, or solidarity with the direction we're going in, the republic. They never made it clear. See, when they're talking, this is pure legalese, because most of them is lawyers talking. So when they talk, they're talking legalese. So what you think that word mean, it don't mean. And it's an allowance. So they're allowing you to have this. They're allowing you to have this. So you know who controls the situation. The Chief Executive Officer of the National Insurance and Social Security Services, Kim Tudor, told the Weekend Nation last week that almost 133,000 people, which include pensioners and some government workers, have received the $300 either in their bank accounts or by check paid out from Wednesday, which was the 14th. Remember I told you all that? The allowance was announced during the 2025 fiscal statement and budgetary proposal by Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn, on March 10th. Eligible recipients had to be over 18 years old with legal status who contributed to the NISSS in the last year. So in order to be eligible, you had to be 18 years or over and have contributed to the national insurance scheme, isms and schisms in the last year. Other than that, you ain't getting the money. Bottom line. So this is after the national insurance write off $1 billion. After they wrote off $1 billion of, yes, your money that they claim they lost in an investment, we can now find almost, well, so far as 40 million they say, right? So far they're saying it's approximately 40 million because 133 folks received this money. If they have another, say 133 to go, because Barbados is about 260, 270, maybe give or take 280 people on record. I know they're going to keep track and keep telling you the numbers, but it's close to 90 million. Let me round off at $100 million that they're about to pay out. So they have a 10%, they have a tenth of the $1 billion that they write off. They have $100 million to give away. Now, that concerns me somewhat. $100 million, boy. Just so. And that is to do what? Buy a ticket to the upcoming next event. You know, pay a bill, like, because they acting like this money is supposed to be money to give you to invest, to build wealth for your family. And although, you see, when you create a begging society, right, this is what you got to expect. $300 allowance from the government. You know, giving us something. It is such an insult, man. I don't even know what to say about it. So tell me about this. Those of you who actually work and get a salary, my understanding, I was supposed to get some pictures tonight. I ain't get them yet, but I will. Is it true that there's a new tax added to your income tax, your pay slip? Are they now taking out an additional tax from your pay slip? I was told there's a new tax added. So why everybody was looking at the $300 and the by-elections and the by-elections and the big man, they slipped a new tax into the payment, your income tax. So I don't know, I relying on the chat here now to give me some updates. What's going on, family? Greetings to you too, family. Greetings. Tell me we see you. Good night to everyone watching, for sure. But they are we surprised at their behavior. They never left the childhood playground. They think their behavior is becoming of this station, which is an interesting thing. They set a piss poor example to the public. There's a big man talking about somebody call me big and they're shaming big people. Listen, man. You know, we live in such a sensitive society right now. Sensitive. So sensitive. If a man dressed like a woman and call himself a woman, and you don't want to call the man a woman, they write laws to say that you wrong for that. Like imagine we live in outside of society, like that's just crazy. You can't be honest with people. Chad, you're big. Full stop. That's a shame. The only shame is that you don't want to be honest about it and take responsibility and then do something about it. Because you're supposed to say, well, you know what? You're all right, man. I let myself get too far. My health right now could be an issue. So what I going to do is I going to start do the right thing. I bring myself in order. And a shame. Shame what? Well, shame what? If there's shame, it means that you know it is true. And you're embarrassed by that. Well, if you're embarrassed by it, just do something, big man. Study them people. You mind people going to talk and 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 talk. Let it talk. People can talk. It's their mouth. You don't own that. Let it say what they want to say. Big man. Once you know it, and the truth to it, don't even study people. Only the fools and people who didn't like you to start with can take that and run with it, Chad. Big man. So then people looking for a reason to validate the fact that they don't like you. They don't like you, don't know why they don't like you. And as they hear something about you, they run with it. Just because it was already hating. They've been a hater. I mean, they've been hating in the closet. There was closet haters. They coming out now. That's all it is. Let them come out, man. Come out. Wherever you are, child, don't study them things, man. Focus on the campaign and the people in St. James North that you claim you want to represent. Because in reality, right, I see a lot of things on there that I telling you, man, I know the truth is, when I ain't really Mr. Hinkson didn't care about the people. If you wasn't, I guess, his associate, so you wasn't getting something on the table. Nah, straight, because obvious, you go through the area, you could see it. You could see the division. You could see it, man. It ain't nothing to hide. The fact that you got the fact, right, that here's the truth to the fact. I know Ms. John is watching. Well, maybe not. But somebody could tell her he said this, maybe she could run with it. The mere fact, right, Chad, that you have to come in his constituency and campaign is the reason why he wasn't, well, let me not say it that way. Let me rephrase that. The reason why you have to campaign in that area, because Mr. Hinkson wasn't doing nothing. If he was doing something, you wouldn't got to campaign a day. He would already been doing all the good works. Folks who would have benefited from all the good works he was doing would know that, listen, we voting for Chad, though. Your role would be just to go through, show yourself. You ain't gonna have no political platforms, no whole bunch of people talking about what the BLP done for the whole of Barbados. We dealing with St. James North. Full stop. What they did for the whole of Barbados and dealing with the people in St. James North. And deal with St. James North at the level of St. James North. But you got to talk, bring all kind of folks to talk, all kind of thing, all kind of folks. Put out $40 million in national insurance money. I wonder if national insurance get this money from all of a sudden, because anyhow. So they take money from you, those who work, government workers mostly, unfair you, overwork and underpay you, then get back to you. He said returning it back to you. Well, if they're giving you back something, it would have been yours to start with. If they're giving you back, the operative word there is back. We're giving you back something. Somebody said it went from 1,300 to 300, but we ain't paying attention. I can't. It's really a by-election, man. Really, really, really a by-election. The government decide what is taxable and what is not. Barbados is so heavily taxed, so we paying off the IMS left, right, and center with a smile and change left over. We could give away $100 million and don't watch the face. Don't watch the face, man. National insurance, when American sport, I ain't registered for nothing. Straight. Greetings, Rastafari. Godspeed to the people. 40 million means they pay out 133. Well, they say almost 300, but almost 40 million. The actual number that she quoted, again, they get you in approximates. So they say almost 133,000 people have received close, regardless of the language, close to 40 million. And they said that with a smile, like, yeah, people, we give Barbadians $300 a piece. those who have been contributing. Why they give you that? Like, nobody never stop and answer that question. Like, why they give me that there for what though? Like, with this money for though? Like, man, we want to get to you. This solidarity. We give that as, we thank you for, not a thank you. For what? Don't worry about it, man. Just know it's a thank you. Well, if I was to tell you the truth, it's a thank you because I made $3 million off of you. I made $3 million when you registered, and you registered your new ID and everything. I made $3 million off of you, and I just want to give you $300 of that $3 million as symbolic gesture of a thank you. I don't know, man. This is to make up for the misery they have planned for us. Like, that will help to raise taxes. But my thing is, Andrea, they impose a new tax. To my understanding, so I want somebody to help me clear that up. I heard there's a new tax on the income tax bill. In other words, give you the money in your right hand and taking it back in their left hand. They take in more than that 300 back. The 300 was a distraction. I was told there's a new tax on your bill, on your pay slip. So if it wasn't there before and it's there now, you telling me when they exchange that tax, it's like going in for the no road tax but paying it at the pump. Biggest scam, man. Like, for real. Chad said on his campaign that he has to lose weight. I know, crying like a bit. Okay, well, I can't believe it, Pedro. I don't know what to tell you, brethren. This man right here, I don't know. I can't believe he out there crying like that. That had me shocked. He's big, all right. He's a big baby. It's a chick, and a big baby ain't got no right in no constituency. And by the way, I ain't really supporting the DLP in the campaign. So very true, brother. It's a fact. Facts, man. Where you get that 40 million figure from? Strong said 55 million and top up if needed. But if it's $55 million and they already at 40, well, that should tell you something. I got that number from right here, and get the source too. And get the source. This close up here, too close. Let me just peel it back a little bit. Let me just peel it back a little bit right here. Bam. Let me get the source. Because you can't say here, bam. That's where I get it from right here. Close to 133. Get one off solidarity allowance so far. This is the lady who is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Insurance and Social Security Service. The CEO. This is the CEO of the business known as the National Insurance. You understand? This is a private organization. I want y'all to understand this here. This ain't government. This is government partnership. Nobody want to talk with that though. Look, Barbadians, I want to give you all a solidarity apology. I want to give Barbados a solidarity apology. I apologize to the whole of Barbados on behalf of Barbados. I am beginning to feel a bit embarrassed. I don't know. I begin to feel embarrassed, man. I feel like I have set myself up. Like Martin Luther King, he said, I have a dream that one day, he had a big thing, and he going on and on and on. But then he did a video that you don't normally see. He said, I must confess, I was a bit naive. And I come to realize that I have what he said, I have led my people into a burning house. Basically, because I don't know, maybe it's me, family. I see this thing, the way I see this thing. I would like to think that more people see this thing, how I see this thing. I begin to think, man, it ain't many of us here. It ain't really many of us. And so I trust that Gideon's army is real, family. Let the majority of people go home. Somebody told me today that they spoke patois at the campaign. And they were saying, well, they're speaking patois, ancient patois, and then the science of patois, and so on and so forth. And I can tell one of this, man. Like it or don't like it, right? Hold on, let me pull this up here, by the way. Yes, she said that. She said it's 40 million. Hold on, let me get this here a little larger if you can see it. Bam, bam, bam. She said 40 million. You see it there? She said 40 million has already been dispersed by government, and she said it's what is it? 133,000. It said almost of last night. That almost 133. So maybe, who knows, by the end of today it was more. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. So that's what this young lady is claiming, the CEO. So that's where that came from. But speaking of by election, the sign-ups I want to touch on real quick. And shout to Mr. Young, by the way, regarding the senior games in Barbados. There's some traction coming up now, pun intended, regarding the senior games. So I just want to let the elder know that I'm happy to see things working out in his favor. May he continue to run and shine and support Barbados and do big things. Let me go back here real quick to that. Where was I? Okay. Let me go back to that. He was on, oh, here it is. Yeah. That's it. There you go. Let me go back to this here real quick. Yeah, I talked about this 40 million right here. There's something else I want to address with this particular. This is the front page of the paper, though, for those who would know that. I got a question, though. And this goes to the Nation newspaper. On the front page, they got almost now look at the science of this, right? This is the front page. Let me show you the science. In black, almost, but in red, 40 million, and in black, paid out. Can't miss this. This is pure psychology here, right? But right below, signing up for May 21st. Now wait, hold on. Let me see if y'all pick up on this. The Nation real shady here. Let me get out the way. Hold on a second. Let me move myself here. Look. Let me get down here in the corner. Almost 40 million paid out. Right in the middle of these two pictures, you got signing up for May 21st. Language is a funny thing. But then below you got two pictures. Two. To my knowledge, there are 4 candidates. See the Nation newspaper, and I don't get me wrong, Nation, because you know we do bit. Well, then again, it's business we doing, so not in a favor. I talk straight. There's 4 candidates, to my knowledge, in the by-election for St. James North. There's this young lady right here, Miss Dujon. There's Big Man. There's Alex Mitchell, and I think Stephanie Williams is the lady name. 4 people. And you would think that the media would give fair coverage to the 4 individuals for the Barbadians who may not be aware, but may want a difference. And shout to Alex Mitchell, by the way, and shout to the lady, Miss Williams. I haven't heard her as yet. I haven't gotten contacts. If somebody have her number, please forward it to me. Or better yet, please send her my number. It's on the screen. Tell her give me a call. Alex, I definitely want Alex to come on next week. Wait, boy, election next week, couple days. You know, it would have been nice to have Alex on tonight, have this young lady on tonight, so they could speak, you know, and do their thing, you know, real thing. But here we are now. Elections come. When is 21st? 21st is Tuesday. Look at that. Not a word, man. But the Nation got these 2 pictures. Got Big Man on this poster. Big MVP. That. I don't even want to touch it. Real sensitive. Amanda emotional, right? I'm telling y'all, right? Look, boy, look, St. James, look. You got your sister Dujon, who, for the most part, I suspect is sincere in what she wants to do. The only catch is she's surrounded by some wolves. And I could talk that because I was in George Street the day of the lockout. I was in George Street Auditorium, and I spoke to a few individuals, including the president. Is he president? I think he's the president. Andrea Worrell, or whatever he called himself. I think it's called him by a different name, but I don't know. And we had a conversation. I don't know if it was sincere. And he said something to me then that I didn't forget, but I didn't see he act on it up to now. So that's why I said you got some wolves. So I don't know if she's aware of that, but I don't know. I hope she's paying attention, man, because, you know, anyhow, the thing with sharks is that you can't bleed around them. You can swim with sharks, just don't bleed around them. Straight. But my thing with the Nation, right? I think the Nation newspaper, right, with all due respect, whether Saturday paper or Sunday paper or Monday paper, Nation News, when they gotta do better than this right here, man. They gotta do better than this. I don't know if this is the case where y'all being paid not to do this. When they gotta do this, man. This right here is just, that's why I tell them, man, this thing here, man, I don't know. It's becoming obvious, family, how this thing's set here. Who can't see it, can't see it. BLP, DLP. You got two options. You can't have none other. We ain't giving no credit to nobody else, no forward to nobody else. Nothing so, right? It's a thank you for what is to come. That's for sure. That is for sure. That is the gospel truth, man. That is the gospel truth. Got big man on campus. Let me put the big man. Wait. Put big man, big. Let me put big man, big and bold. Cannot believe it. That's why the 1050 increase won't help anyone because they're going to make it back in taxes. Listen, that is crazy. They give you a hike on minimum wage, they give you a new tax. That would probably be more than $2. They give you a raise of $2, I'm probably taking away $3. Look, man, anyhow, this is right. They testing the people, which means they have the money to do better, but choose to do otherwise. Facts, man, facts. That's big facts right there. Let me drop that one right there. She said 133,000. How many registered? Finance minister said 55 million. Two different stories. Come on, man. You know it gotta be different stories, man. So this dog gonna tell you how many folks in Barbados registered, and if anybody else want the money, you gotta come forward, but you gotta meet the criteria. So a lot of folks might go forward registering, trying to think. Look, the men on the block and get, well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't know what's going on. But you gotta have paid into national insurance in the last year. If you ain't paying national insurance, according to them, you ain't getting the money. But I don't know how true that is. Pensioners getting it automatically, I guess, because they can't pay nothing. But the government workers who work in, those who pay national insurance, getting about 300 because, truly speaking, you ain't had the national insurance just now. Again, the red makes that 40 million stand out. That's right. Think big. Go big or go home. Greetings, family. Greetings to you, too. The 40 million in red is also a logo for BLP. The red is symbolic. Nation News, you're getting exposed, man. I believe you might have just answered your question. Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. Cha. Go big or go home. I telling you, man. They also said if you haven't worked for 12 months, you can go register for the 300. So if you ain't work and you ain't paying nothing, go register. But you got to bring your ID card, preferably the digital ID. So if you ain't working, you ain't got that, you got to go and get that and come forward, man. But if you in St. James North, don't worry about it. We can get that check to you in time for the 21st. All this week, you're getting money. People getting money. St. James North, people get their money today and yesterday. Wednesday, yesterday, and today, they're getting the money. Some might even get it up to Monday. Maybe even Tuesday. Check your account, people. Then go and vote for the big man. This is so embarrassing. This man actually look. I'm Barbados today when I'm wrong for picking this picture though. When it's so wrong. Like really. When it's so wrong, Barbados today. How do I like him? When I'm wrong, man. When I'm wrong. When I'm right, but when I'm wrong. With a right, but with a wrong, Chad. Look, man, I want you to take care of your health. Remember, I tell you so a while back, take care of your health, but you weren't listening. Don't talk this thing, do this thing. In fact, you go on Facebook page, make sure you document your consistency going into the gym. Make sure you post your gym routines, that people see you in this gym for real, so your people will know that you ain't talking the talk, that you really walking the walk. And make you document your story so that people that there was body shaming could be inspired by you. You know, you're such an inspiration to the people. Inspire the people and chronicle your journey from being a big man to being the bigger man. How that one sound? Real thing. You want a new campaign manager, man. That what going on. Somebody advising you wrong, man. The money might be psychological play to ensure votes. Who knows? Wait, what's a by-election? Very straightforward. Preferably means you can use any ID. Don't have to use an island trident ID. Well, I know preferably meaning the new ID. But how many people right now gonna go forward for that to register with the government? So when you get there, people say this ID right here, you gotta get the new ID, or we ain't accepting that ID. You think Barbadians are going for that ID, Pedro? You wrong. For that 300, you wrong. A lot of young people, you wrong. Who over 18, that ain't work, they going and get that. Talk your talk, they going for that. No, we get it. We can put it right on your account. You put it right on the card. You know, don't forget the card could carry currency. Straight. We want to link you to the card and to an account so we know who is who. We are building the new digital plantation. This is what this is about. The establishment of a digital plantation. We will lock you into this plantation going forward. So once you locked into this plantation going forward, you're going to know what time it is when the time comes to know what time it is. Before them, you're going to know what time it is. You only going to know it when the time comes. When the time comes, you're going to know it when we know it too late. But I want to jump ship here real quick and head over to Guyana. I want to show you all a video. Let me get the video first of all. There's it right here. Put this here line up. Go big or go home. Okay, so this video, let me get your link. I'm not playing the whole video, but I want y'all to go and watch the whole video, do your homework, and check this thing out, right? Let me post the link right here. But I just want you to check this video out real carefully. Now, remember I was saying in Guyana right now, a lot of stuff going on. American troops, you know, could come on and grow in Guyana if it becomes unstable and take over. Now, they can't really invade Guyana how they invaded Kuwait, Iraq, them places in Afghanistan, and all these oil-rich places, you know, can't fit in the Taliban war and whatnot. A little tricky. So how else do you invade a country without invading the country? My Guyanese people, I want you all to pay attention to this clip right here. Here. Pay close attention.
Don't skip this. If you blink, you'll miss the moment history quietly shifts. Because something just happened on the Guyana-Venezuela border, and it's not just another small conflict, it's a signal. A silent but dangerous message being sent in plain sight. 6 Guyanese soldiers were attacked in the Cuyuni River region, a place already boiling with tension. Gunmen appeared, fired, vanished. Now ask yourself, was this just a random ambush by criminals, or was it something more? Guyana's Foreign Minister Hugh Todd came out swinging. He placed the blame directly on Venezuela, pointing to criminal gangs operating freely along the border. Gangs that act like trained units, gangs that move with confidence, like they're protected. The Guyana Defense Force says it's fully committed to defending the nation's borders, standing ready. But here's where it gets strange. What if this wasn't a mistake? What if this attack was carefully calculated? Think about it. What do you do when you can't start a war outright? You test the water. You push your enemy slowly to see what they'll do. This attack could have been a warning, or worse, a rehearsal. Venezuela already rejected the UN's ruling just days ago, ignoring the global call for peace. That alone should raise every red flag. Because if you're not afraid of the UN, who are you listening to? Or is someone whispering in their ear behind closed doors? And let's go deeper. What if this isn't even about land? What if it's about breaking Guyana down from the inside? Scaring investors, sparking panic, creating division. You don't need tanks when fear does the job for you. Think about the timing. Think about how fast things are changing. What if the play isn't to invade, but to weaken? To make Guyana look unstable, unfit to rise? Because let's be honest, Guyana is rising, quietly, strategically. oil trade territory. It's starting to look like a threat to the old powers in the region. And suddenly, boom, soldiers are being fired on. The UN is being ignored. Borders are heating up, but no.
And people in the streets doing all kind of chaos behind the Adriana Young situation, which is very interesting and timing.
No one is talking. Why? Where are the statements? The outrage? Could it be that some people want this conflict to grow? Or better yet, want to control how it grows? And while everyone is looking one way, the real play might be happening somewhere else, in a place we're not even watching.
Ghana Defense Force GDF came under fire on Tuesday and Wednesday while conducting patrols in the Cuyuni River near the border with Venezuela. In a statement early Thursday, the GDF reported 3 separate attacks within a 24-hour period. Fortunately, no Guyanese soldiers were injured. The attacks were reportedly carried out by armed men in civilian clothing on the Venezuelan side of the border. According to the GDF, its ranks executed a measured response on each occasion when it came under gunfire between Eterimbang and Macapa. The force.
Well, guess what, family? I'm going to put the link up. Y'all go watch the rest of that video. And very informative. Why I'm putting this up? Organized chaos. You ever heard of organized chaos? Organized chaos. Imagine Ghana got all this oil, a lot of people coming in to invest, a lot of investments in Ghana right now. And guess what? All of a sudden, the country being destabilized. And they have a deal with America. If the country becomes unstable, American troops could come in. If American troops come in and start controlling the border and the oil fields, what you feel can happen? What you really feel can happen? How long they gonna be there for? Crazy, man. Crazy. Immigration. They said Maduro just met, wait, hold on, I saw it. Maduro just met with Putin. Say less, man. Say less. Greetings, brethren. That is crazy. I hope Guyanese paying attention. Venezuela has the largest oil deposits in the world. In the world, America is worried about consolidating of oil resources by BRICS plus countries. I agree. But let me add something to that. Recently, Trinidad now backed out of the arrangement they had with Venezuela to buy the oil. Now they're claiming they're buying oil from Grenada. And Grenada ain't even known to be an oil-rich producing country that kind of way. But as who she named get in power, she flipped on Venezuela. Release the contract with Venezuela and go on sourcing oil elsewhere. What does that tell you, family? I'm telling you, man. And they too signed the agreement to bring American troops on the ground. Way too much troops that close to Venezuela. What do I know? What do I know?
Force emphasized its commitment to protecting Guyana's territorial integrity and the safety of its citizens. It stated that regular patrols along the Cuyuni River will continue in response to these acts of aggression. The public was assured that all necessary steps are being taken to safeguard the nation's borders and maintain internal peace and security.
Maintain internal peace and security. I hear that. I hear that. All I can say, right, family, is that at this point, man, these folks playing to win. They're playing war games. You got men that snuck in there, literally snuck in on the border, fire on the soldiers, fire on them, beat shots, hurt a few, wounded a few, and just vanish. Some real militant shadow work. So I know these men is assassins, militia, what? The point is, nah, boy, it has begun. Men beating shots at Guyanese soldiers on the border. It has begun. Remember the war in Ukraine, how it started? Men beating shots at the border. Then the border get pushed and push and push. Oops, man, look. Caribbean people, all they can tell you, all right, again, get your house in order. Focus on food security and food sovereignty. That is the key. Once we can feed ourselves, we'll survive. Start, being wise. I can't say that I accept these people, politicians, mean well for the people. I don't. They tell me she got a phone call from the State Department. You mean in Trinidad? Kamala? They signed for security. Of course, Yep. Black Ops. Now, them is white ops. I'm telling you, them is black ops. Them is white ops here, Andrea. That's a whole different program, man. Sabbath greetings, folks. Greetings to you too, Aaron. Greetings. Kamala said she going to buy gas from Guyana, but we install VP. But the install VP said no. His hands are so tight that he can't even offer concession to the CARICOM sister country. That is crazy. I know, right, that this going to expose. Right now, the Caribbean have all kind of stuff going on. I heard Granston Brown speaking about Mr. Gonzalez for the statement he made regarding passport and he's selling the passports and citizenships. I tell myself, well, the Caribbean started to have little shots being fired left and right now amongst people, amongst colleagues here. Listen, there's an old African saying, when two elephants fight, only the grass to suffer here. People, I'm telling you, we have been outgoverned. That's all it is. It's time to centralize, organize, and mobilize, man. You see, we centralize the organizations and mobilize them to move forward. We got to get ourselves in order. It is that time. And if we don't choose to do it for ourselves, they're going to do it for you. And the last time they did that, a lot of folks end up picking cotton. They didn't think it was real. These folks ain't playing. Big man, so like he playing. So he playing. Look, man. Shout out to Alex again and his sister, Miss Williams, doing work in the St. James North by elections. I didn't know how they gonna get by, but I'll tell you this, you know, give them a voice and a space, man. Let them talk. I mean, you know, let them talk. It's BLP weak, man. And they're showing it by the way they're moving. They were supposed to move in pure humility. They're out there doing big shows and this and that in campaign and got everybody on the stage talking and promoting and insulting and commenting and all kind of gaslight, all kind of everything. All that money Chad, all that money you put in that campaign, right? You could have taken that money, go out there and go through your constituency and look, take care of personal needs of people. Not that you might not be doing that too. I ain't sure. But you see the doors that you know you can't knock on, you should have knocked on them and do for the people. Look, I know the last man is a BLP. I know one is DLP. Because I went by a few DLP houses that tell me what happened when you went there. In fact, I went to a few houses that tell me what happened when Hinkson. Let me not call names, man. Let me leave that out. So I know. And what I also know is that somebody, but then again, I can't say that advising you wrong because you are who you are, man. And if you feel that way about somebody calling you fat, I know that triggers some childhood memory. If you was always a big man, fat man, try and cool yourself, man. You understand? Because if you was a big man, you ain't gonna study that. Sort yourself out, brother. Straight. Simple as that. Guyana right now, peoples, pay attention here. Pay attention. That's all I can tell me now. Pay attention, man. And yeah, what time is it? An hour? Yeah, I tell you I was going to stick up here tonight. So we're going to roll up out of here, man. Guyana, I tell you all, man, pay attention. You see what's happening. You see what's going on. We got work to do as a people in the Caribbean. And we got to connect the dots ourselves because nobody's coming to connect the dots for us. You see that. People too emotional, man. Really emotional. People acting like they're Carl Thomas. Yeah. And so these are the folks that tell you they want to lead. You know, they're emotional. Men acting in the emotional space. You gotta balance that. You gotta balance that, man. And if you're that imbalance, take a knee. Let somebody else go forward. Let Alex win the elect. Support Alex Mitchell. Let Alex run. Let Alex or the sister in Miss Williams run St. James North. What they gonna do? Get them 5 years. You could come forward again in the general election, Chad, and try it. Then you know when you man up. when you man up, because you now display to the whole of Barbados and the whole of St. James North that you're really no man in this thing. Somebody insult you and you out here crying. Make it sport, man. You know, tell upon yourself, big man. You know what I'm saying? So you can lose some stripes for that one for sure. No matter how you play it out, whether you win or don't win, what you can never get back is them stripes, man. You gotta check yourself. And nothing wrong with, you know, working out and getting yourself in order. That's the best thing to do for you. And you show it to inspire people. That's the best thing you can do, big man. IG or TikTok, you know, young people thing. Be an inspiration, man. Be a source of inspiration to the people of St. James North and by extension Barbados and the world. Big man. Anyhow, I out of here, man. Hold on. You get in the little wait. I missed something. I see Pedro. What you think is the big man? Well, you ain't gonna get me in that conversation at all. At all, big man. You is the big man, Pedro. You get in the little media, man. You getting like Medea. Don't say that. You get like Medea. I don't want to even touch that. you looking to cause trouble, man. You looking to cause trouble. You looking to cause trouble. But I can understand where you're coming from, though, Pedro. Real thing. You got people laughing, Pedro. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Somebody talk to him, man. I out of here, family, because we ain't about that, though. I just think St. James North, if you were looking for a leader in Chad Blackman now dropped the ball. Not that he can't pick it up, but if he like that, no, man, I don't know, boy. Look, I don't see this thing right here. So, you know, social media. Well, public figure. When you put yourself in a position where you're in the public's eye, visibly, you gotta be able to take scrutiny. And so, if you can't take insult, right, stay with the public eye, because this is a place for children to play. This is the play a part. This is the sandbox, big man. This is the sandbox. This is the arena. It got sand, you know, the gladiator. It got sand, but it's in a sandbox. This gladiator school here, big man. Straight up. Yes, guidance family. Again, deal with some family matters. Greetings to you too, Wendell. You got to catch it on the replay for sure. Sure, that is useful. Oh man, stop playing. Greetings, Rhonda. Greetings. Can't take this heat. Come the kitchen. You say you can't take the heat out the kitchen. Thelma, don't say that. She said can't take the heat come out the kitchen. We know for a fact that Chad is not leaving the kitchen. And yes, I said it. He ain't leaving the kitchen. He thought no heat. He would prefer to sweat first. Yeah, he said it. That's some kind of shady, right? Chad, you're going to be good, though. Don't watch nobody, man. You're going to be good. Take time to learn yourself, know yourself, and improve yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Brother's keeper. Somebody tell it you're putting on weight. You're looking big. All right. If you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see, Chad, fix it. Look at the bright side. Just fix it. Gentleman said, have to watch. Stop playing, man. You're going to have a good night, family. You're going to have a good night. I ain't doing that, man. We out of here for sure. I had something I wanted to drop. Let me see how you want to do this. Yeah, I just want to mention that by election as well as the nation for that little ad, man. They ain't giving Alex or the sister no sort of publicity. Barbados, my people, stay focused, stay vigilant. Definitely stay vigilant. I'll see you all on Monday with a special report on Monday. Special report on Monday. One love to you too, family. One love, always. He's a part of the big man, though. I ain't want the big man, though. You know, think that I'm picking on him for some other reason or the other. I got to. Yes, I got to. I wanted to. Something. I want to do a local song by what was it? What was it? Let me see if we can find it. Yeah. There you go. Let me pause it here real quick though. I gotta. Let me share this one first. Let me change this. Let me share this one first. I gotta do this one here, man. It's a must. It's a must. This is a must. I might not do the whole thing, but I gotta do this particular video, man. Let me go here, man. Let it play, man. Here's the irony though, right? Here's the irony in this thing. Because I was thinking of a song to play and I wasn't sure which song to play. And this let me just show y'all real quick what I be talking about. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm about to say. If y'all can see what I'm about to say. If y'all can see what I'm about to say. So I tell myself said, yo, play a tune. Like I'm like, which tune? Like, so it's okay, I'm gonna look for it. Now I start to type in, right? Not knowing what I was going to type, you know. I type it in. All right, I type it in. So then this one came up like, yeah, that's it right there. And what I did not know, however, is that at the beginning of the song, in fact, let me let the beginning of the song play. Let me just let it play. And y'all can listen. Those who have ears to hear, right? Let them hear.
From the Trinidad, location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. The Trinidad, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea with an old captain named Eric Williams. Oh yes, it's smooth and free. But sadly, Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rough water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a fall. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, oh, she was a beauty with wealth that few surpassed. And in her day, she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully, she fulfilled her sailor's need. Some were overpowered by greed, and so they built but slow. Some took by bulk and go. Now she look dull, she's at a lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, The Trinidad in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help all those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped share, some of them share and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to be blamed for all her failures? Who's to be blamed for doing her wrong? Now please remember, I'm warning you, for to the end she had to say through, who hold the keys to her fault, so we know who's at fault. Now it's up to you, it's up to me, to make her worthy to go back to sea. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough, oh yes. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me, oh, we don't know, we don't know. You tell me, oh, we don't know, we don't know. Put up a flag, oh gosh, we don't know. When we turn to the world bank for help,
Guys, like to put that video right there.
We don't know.
You don't know. You say you don't know what to do. The ship is sinking. I want to tell you all this thing here. It is evident. I don't know if the body paying attention, but it is evident. I know the faith is in this man at all, but you see what's going on. You just go let the politicians tell you what they're about. They show you. Ultimately, they show you. Now, Barbados, this is a message from me to you. Shout to Fade, by the way, on Barbados National Congress. This is a message from Barbados National Congress to Barbados. They could clip this part if they don't mind and tell a friend and tell a friend. If the government, let me phrase that, let me put it in the right context. If the administrators of this cooperation was truly interested in doing something for the people of this nation, then the indication would have occurred when they decide to remove income tax from the books completely, done away with, abolish income tax, rather than giving you a 300 solidarity allowance. Effectively, immediately, for all Barbadians, income tax will no longer be collected. Now think about it. How much you've got to pay in income tax? And think about how much further your paycheck, not a one-off payment, but your paycheck every week, every bi-weekly or every month, or whatever arrangement you have. Imagine that you was to actually be given back your, be allowed to have, rather, the income tax that they deduct from you. How much more you'll be able to do. They talk about Barbadians building wealth. I don't know how you build wealth with $300. I mean, don't get me wrong. I suppose you could probably buy, let me think, a couple boxes of donuts from PriceSmart and flip them one by one downtown somewhere, maybe at a school, and poison the children with the lard and the sugar and the colors and the dyes, I suppose that, or probably invest in some bottles or start making some juices, and you could probably do that too. But you're talking, I suppose you could do that too. But if we talk about real wealth in a short space of time, rather than having somebody sell drinks for you next God knows how long, because everybody can't sell drinks, because if everybody's selling drinks, who's buying? I'm just saying. Yeah, they would have removed the income tax, man. Ryan Strong don't care nothing about Barbadians. He too is another one. He just follow instructions from the other big man. I know that was not a reference to anybody. That was as in the sense of the system being the man, So he following orders, all them following orders, quite frankly, male and female. So if they were interested, they would have removed income tax automatically and allow you the space to do more for your family. Straight up. What the government also do is, you might know how you can move income tax. The government is take tax money to pay bills and whatnot. Well, that's not really true. But if that was your concern, what the government should have been doing all along, well, seeing as how they were pushing in the direction of tourism, rather than allow a lot of these corporations to come in and establish these massive hotels and whatnot and these multi-million projects, the government could have simply invested in these projects and have these projects as a project for the people of Barbados to earn dividends, so that the people who work in these sectors, like I said before, would be earning dividends when the month come, however often they paid out, to develop wealth and build Barbados as a wealthy community, because we are doing investments, not savings, then taking the people's savings and investing in Ponzi schemes that go belly up, and the people end up losing their money, and all you get is promises and promises. Meanwhile, the people who would have taken this what would the place looking pretty and their fancy drives and rides and whatever else, they ain't checking for the people. Straight up, man. Income tax is unlawful and a criminal act. It's a fact. It's a fact. How they going to tax you on the income, then tax you on the things you buy with the remaining part of the income that you already got tax on? Even bus fare tax, there's a tax, there's part of the bus fare tax money. So how that makes sense? So they tax the money you work for, then tax you when you spend the money that you got left that was already taxed already when you buy food, then tax you when you buy gas to get to and from, then tax you when you catch a bus to go back to the same work for the money you working for that was already taxed. It is a scam. And until Barbadians reach the point where we say enough is enough, enough is enough. But the BLP cannot come out and say they're willing to do that. Can they? Mr. Thorne, can you done away with income tax? We ain't talking national insurance just yet and get everything in one night. But income tax, are you willing to, abolish income tax to people of Barbados? Because we are. One of the first things to abolish is income tax, along with some other things, but I ain't getting all one time. Go to Barbados National Congress. Silent warrior. Stay tuned. Y'all better pay attention here. Greetings to the family away, over and away. Shout out to you two moms, the matriarch and sister from another mother. You all already know. Shout out to the family, None of these people in the BLP cannot think for themselves. They have to do what me say. They are singing. They are singing for their supper. Look, Richard, greetings to you first of all, you and the family. People that tell me I singing for my supper, but I don't understand that one. So I don't know if they don't. I would hate to think that they're not being truthful and speaking from their heart. If they're really singing for their supper, that's serious, yeah. So kids and neighbors don't have income tax, but they make money other ways. Look at that right there, right? A promise is a comfort for a fool. Well, I agree. So my thing is, we gotta do, Pedro. Again, Barbados National Congress. Gonna keep saying it. Keep saying it. It is not that we are outnumbered. We are out-organized. That's all it is. No matter how the other people B and D. And I gotta say that because both of them, are both existing parties from the colony. There's no way our free people want to be governed by the same people that was governing their enslavement. That's just self-explanatory. So Chad could talk, Dujon could talk. I'd rather vote for Alex Mitchell or Stephanie Williams, two individuals that have no affiliation directly unless otherwise revealed to any colonial party. Because if it's a colonial party, it is the old guard, and the old guard will always guard the old money. Study it. Having said that, I out, man. Captain, Mayday, Mayday. The ship is sinking. Barbados, I'm telling y'all ain't gonna hear this nowhere else, you know. The boys ain't gonna tell you this, and I can see that for a fact. They boy telling you something different. Well, good. That's great. Try and see what's going on for yourself. None of the two can save you. Why? A bird is fly with two wings, not one, right? And in this case, the bird is a vulture. Remember that. So no matter which wing you decide to hang on to, the vulture coming for one thing and one thing only. Shout to you too, Beverly. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Just like in Egypt, Barbados have a pharaoh ruling. And you're right, am I right? Keep watching. I'm telling you, it's time to let the people go, though, brethren. Pharaoh knows this. Pharaoh knows this. A little uncomfortable. So they're trying to trap them into a digital plantation. That's what that 300 is for. People ain't seeing this thing, man. It's almost sad. But the truth is, not everybody left Egypt. A lot of folks stayed back, and the rest crossed the Red Sea. So it's time to cross the Red Sea. You see? You see all that red? It's time to cross that. And let the water crash the rest. We're going to green pastures. Straight up. There's so much core in that, right? Anyhow, family, I give thanks for the family staying and, you know, give thanks. I give thanks, man. I really y'all a wonderful weekend. Great things are happening. And yes, great things are happening. And let the elder take us out. Haile Selassie first, Empress Reserve Men and Family, One Perfect Balance. You all already know what time it is. Yes, you must watch the program over, Beverly. For sure. I got a tune for you, Beverly. Ain't late run again, family. We can pull it from the top. Shout out to Jackie, by the way. Straight from the top, man.
From the Trinidad, location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela.
Top, man.
From the Trinidad, location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, Mayday. The The Trinidad, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea. An old captain named Eric Williams. Oh yes, it's smooth and free. But sadly, Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rough water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a fall. Captain, this ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, the gas tank almost empty, no electricity. The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
The Trinidad, oh, she was a beauty with wealth that few surpassed. And in her day, she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully, she fulfilled her sailor's need. Some were overpowered by greed, and so they pilfered slow. Some took by bulk and go. Now she looked dull, she's at a lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped share, some of them share, and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa.